Hi, it's Ridgely, and I'm back today with a really fun video for the new customer who got their color match results email from me. So if that's you, this is going to be such a great video for you because I'm going to walk you exactly through what I consider must-haves besides the main colors that I select for you that are your foundation colors, the other fun stuff and what they mean and what they do, because I think there's a lot of questions about which brush should I get? Do I really need a Perfector sponge? Do I need the brush cleaning spray? So those things I am going to demystify it for you and I'm going to walk it through you. So when you get your color match results from me, you're going to get an email and it's got lots of really good stuff in it. So let's walk through the must-have items and I'm just going to go through them one by one. But the most important thing is if you are going to be using the makeup, you need the right tools. So let's walk through them all. There's about 9 items. I'll go really quick. Whoop, I almost dropped one of the most important ones. So let's go through it. So you'll get your email from me. It's gonna have a lot of information on it and I wanna simplify it for you. So the first thing that I always recommend is getting a good basic brush. This is the Blush Bronzer brush. It's got 2 ends. It's got this nice soft, sort of more compact end. This is for blending your makeup and applying lip and cheek on your cheeks or illuminator. And then this other end is for bronzer. So Blush Bronzer. Now, this is probably a $40 brush, I believe, but if you get the collection, which includes the bronzer, and I always suggest getting a bronzer, you're gonna save about $11 US. I'm not sure what the Canadian saving is. So I do mention to buy them together if you want the bronzer. If you don't want the bronzer, then just get the brush. But this is my go-to #1, get this brush because you'll get a very soft, even application and you're gonna love how it works and it's very, very versatile. So that's the first brush. And again, get the collection if you want the bronzer. If you don't want the bronzer, don't get the collection. And this is Bella Bronzer, which is the most universal color. And the tins open up like this and it's just that easy. And then this pops into your palette. So that is the brush #1. The next brush, my desk goes up and down, so let's move it back up. The next brush, I'm just gonna follow my directions because I don't wanna forget anything, is the blend brush. So the blend brush is this nice brush right here. Now they come in 2 different colors. I believe it's rose gold, which is here, and then there's a gold, right? So this end is a really sort of fluffy, soft, tapered end. Can you see that? It's so great for a really light application. So I'll do this if I want to just add makeup with my brush and very lightly like that. And then the other end is more of a tighter, flat. You can see how it's kind of flat like that and rounded. And this is good to dip in lightly to apply the makeup. And then you can blend it with feathery strokes like this. So this is my other second recommended brush. Now they both do different kind of applications, but I use them interchangeably and I use them both all the time. So these are 2 must-have brushes in my mind. Now this third brush is the detail brush. You've probably seen me talk about this all the time. It's got this flat edge right here and this flat sort of head. It's very flat, but this is for contour. So it also comes in 2 colors. It's got a small, sort of more rounded edge, top, sort of fluffy end. Again, double-ended, double-sided, and this is for applying your contour like this. You can put it flat, you can blend it up. It's very good for doing a flat line like this on either side of your nose. So again, this is what I recommend for applying your contour. A great brush. And then the 4th brush is this small brush. This is the Bright brush. It only comes in silver. I think it might come in gold now. This is a smaller ended brush with sort of a fluffy end. You could use this for eyeshadow, but I wouldn't recommend it because it's a little denser than you would need for eyeshadow. And then if you flip it over, it's got a very small, kind of tapered, small, light head. Now this I recommend for anyone who wants to do any small work. This is for applying your contour, not your contour, I should say your highlight color, your like brightener around your eye, get into a smaller space, because a lot of these bigger ended brushes, they're just really, really big. So if you need smaller work, this would be one of the brushes. Now, if I've offered some suggestions for the demi color correctors, I would tell you a different brush. But this is just a general small good brush if you need to do some smaller detail work. So this is like the fourth brush and not as important as these three brushes. So if you're starting out and you want to know which brushes to sort of take out of the equation, I would take the bright brush out, maybe the blend brush, and really start with these two brushes first. So this is the blush bronzer and the detail brush. So those are my non-negotiables. You definitely need these two brushes. So that's my recommendation. So next on the list is the Perfector sponge. Now the Perfector sponge comes like this, comes in this little travel little case, or you know, it just comes in a case. It looks like this. It's like a beauty blender brush, and what you would do with it is, this is one I have put under the faucet and wet it, squeezed it out, and it's now very fluffy, it's very soft, it's very sort of pillowy, and so it doubles in size. And then what you're going to do with it, once you release all the water, put it in a hand towel. You can go into your makeup like this to either set it, or you can take away too much makeup. So a lot of my customers may put on way too much because they're getting used to the product and how to apply it. So this is a good way to remove makeup from your face, but it's also great. You can spray it with setting powder like this. You can put it into powder, and you can lightly press the makeup and set it like that as well. So this is a great tool if you're new to the product. I use this, I don't know, not that often, but I bought it when I bought my first round of makeup, and I'm so glad I did, because I ended up putting on way too much makeup, and I needed this to lift it off my skin. And then I like using it with a setting spray to set my makeup, or if I'm worried about things getting into my fine lines, this is a good way to eliminate that problem, like especially under your eyes and things like that. So this is a great item. And then this, I don't know, put bobby pins in it, but this is kind of a cute little case, and that's how it comes, and it blows up to this. And you just want to make sure that you clean it regularly. Now the next thing I highly recommend is ordering the brush cleaner. It comes in a box like this, and it looks like this. It smells divine, smells like vanilla. Amazing, because it is a wet product. You spray it on your brushes, and then you wipe your brushes on a microfiber towel like this, and they will dry immediately. It'll get rid of any bacteria, any dirt, any sort of oils that are in your brushes, and it's amazing. I use this as I'm doing my makeup. If I feel like this is a dirty brush compared to a clean brush, and I will use this with the brush cleaner once a week. Highly recommend getting the brush cleaner, especially if you're buying and investing in these brushes. They will make them last longer, and it's so much better for your skin to have clean brushes that don't have any bacteria against your skin, right? Because you just want to keep that good. So then the last in the cleaning section kind of idea is the brush soap. Now it comes in a box like this, and it is amazing. It's got this little tab here, and then it's got this little brush cleaner like this, and then there's a soap. And so you can take your brush under some water and clean the brush with this, and then you can take the little scrubbing pad, clean it under some water, and this is amazing for deep cleaning your brushes. I am going to insert, oop, that was a little loud. I'm gonna insert a video now of how to clean your brushes so you get an idea. I'll just do it. this is a refillable container, so you can just get an additional soap when you run out of it. I like to use this once a month. So I consider this a deep cleaning, and it is amazing because if your brush looks like this and you could get it back to white, you're not even gonna believe it. You will need to let your brushes air dry overnight. So do your makeup, clean your brushes. I usually do it on a Sunday, lay them out on a counter, and then they will dry. So the last thing would be the microfiber towels. They come in these great little boxes. You can get either the gray or the white. And if you open the box, these boxes are so great because you can use the boxes to put your brushes in because they fit, you know, in your drawer, or you could use these boxes. So don't throw the boxes out. And then in it, you get 3 microfiber towels, either the gray or you can get the white. Now, I use them both. I use the gray ones for traveling, for sure, because if you're going to a hotel and they have all white linens, you're gonna lose your white microfiber. So they look like this, right? And they have a little tab on the end that you could, you know, you could hang it up on a hook if you wanted to. So this is the gray one and this is the white one. And as you can see, I've been using them and I need to replace them. And that's why I have my new boxes. So what I like to do is take, for instance, my brush cleaning spray, and you don't need to shake it. I don't know why I'm shaking it. And I'm just gonna give you a demonstration. You take your dirty brush and you can just spray your brush cleaner on it. And I like to do this, like I said, in between my makeup, or if I feel like, and look at it, it just comes right off. And you saw what it looked like, and now it's perfectly clean. It's that fast, and now I can still use it because it's dry. It's like the coolest thing ever. The reason why I love these microfiber towels is they're not gonna pull your brushes, and they're great when you're washing your face. So I wash my face with these. This is my, you know, washcloth for taking off my makeup, and I use them to clean my brushes. I lay my brushes down on them. What else do I do them for? That's pretty much, I do so much, and I always have one on my counter when I'm doing my makeup because I keep this on my counter, and let's say your eyeshadow brush is getting a little dirty in between colors, I'll clean them right here when I'm doing a live or when I'm doing a demonstration. So these are awesome. So you don't have to get, you know, 2 sets, but I have the white and I have the gray, and I travel with the gray. And the last thing that is in my, and there's one more little tip that I want to give you, but the last thing is this brush holder. So this is amazing. So you can put your brushes in here. Okay, so you open it up like this, and you lay your nice, beautiful brushes. Take your brushes, hold on, let me show you. I'm just gonna lay them in here. It's hard to do it with one hand. So you put them in your carrier like this, see? Like this, and you can put the flaps over, and then depending on what size palette you got, like for instance, this is my 18, it is the same length of my palette. I like this 18 because it's kind of big, and then you put the sides down and you wrap this around, and you have a travel case for everything, and nothing's gonna fall out because these little sides hold it. Now, it also fits the bigger palettes, the 27, you can put in the 12. I always recommend starting at least with the 12. That goes in here as well, and you can put this in your travel tote and off you go. It's brilliant. So this is one of my last must-haves, and I always recommend getting this because then you have everything in one place and it's so easy to travel. And then my last little tip, which I think is so important, is in your box. Your box will come, a beautiful white box like this with everything in it. You will get a packing slip. And the coolest thing about the packing slip is that it's a sticker. So, and it has the name of all the products in your box listed. So it says, you know, eyeshadow brush, it says, you know, whatever, can't even read it, you know, highlight colors, it says highlight colors, contour colors, etc. Now you can cut these into little strips as little stickers, and as you're learning how to do your makeup, you can stick them on the inside, you know, around your colors, or up here, or however you like to do it, so then you know what colors to use. Because A lot of times, even though you're putting your makeup in the same order and you're trying to remember, you can't remember the color, you can't remember the name, you're looking at my results list and you're like, I don't know what to do. So that is a good tip, I think, at least. And so once you get familiar with the colors, you don't need that, but it's also really cool. So yeah, so that's everything that I've got for recommended must-have tools for new customers who are looking to purchase their new makeup. The other thing that is in your email that I send out to you is my color match packet. So this is like a 16-page document. It's got so many tips and tricks in it. It's got colors and swatches. I didn't print it in color. I don't have a color printer at home, but it has colored pictures. It has eyeshadow recommendations. So it is a full-on fabulous packet. So don't forget to save this because you may want to refer to it in the future. So those are my must-haves. Some things are more important than others. You might have microfiber towels already in your home. You may already have a cute pouch that you want to use, but definitely you should consider the 2 brushes that I recommend because you want to make sure that you can apply the makeup and that it's going to work well with your skin, right? I mean, I think that's really, really important. So I always suggest non-negotiable. You should definitely get the blush bronzer and the detail brush, and the other things should fall into place. It really depends on what kind of application you're looking for, but you don't want to get your makeup and then have nothing to apply, and make sure that you have the right sort of look and feel that you're going for. So yeah, leave any comments or questions below or reply back to the email that you've gotten from me. I'm always happy to help you figure out what's best for you. So if you liked this video, please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, and I look forward to seeing you next time.